Hey everybody, Dungeoneer here. Today we're going to be jumping back into Phantom Abyss. We're going to be trying to cleanse our Ice Whip today and make it all the way through the Inferno. So our goal today is to take this Ice Whip here, make it through this temple, make it down all the way to the bottom, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get started here. As you can see, this is the first area, the green zone. It has 3 different levels we must complete. This is going to be the area where we're going to be collecting a lot of our money, trying to get as many blessings as possible before we move forward to the harder areas. As you've seen, we have 14 phantoms that'll be joining us here. We're going to let them go ahead of us for a moment before we continue forward in hopes that they will go ahead and perish. That way we can get as many hearts as we can before heading forward. And one thing to note, the reason we're hoping for these guys to perish pretty quickly is because they drop essence whenever they end their runs, and so we're going to be trying to collect that. Yep, but nobody seems to have fallen in this first room. I actually thought I was lower than I was, so I have one more floor to go grab a chest from. Perfect. Alright, so let us head on down and we will get started here. And there goes the first death. Looks like it's right here. And you might be wondering why I'm sliding back and forth every time I move. It is because that is the bane of this whip. I have Ice for Feet is the name of the bane here. And so every time I try to move around, I will slip and slide. And it just causes some issues, but something I'll have to adapt to if I want to make it through this unscathed. So we'll see how good I can do here. Now, if you've watched our previous videos, you'll have seen that I've tried, I believe, twice now to get this whip fixed up. And unfortunately, I was unsuccessful both times, but hopefully this one will be the change we need here as we try to get this whip completed. Alright, so our main premise is just dodging all these traps and trying to take as little damage as possible. We get further and further in here. And as you can see, we're already up to 4 hearts. And somebody took some damage there, one of these phantoms. Yeah, especially in this first area, it's very common for these phantoms to lose their own runs because you only have 1 heart normally. So just any single mistake can end up costing you a run. We're gonna try to avoid that ourselves while also collecting their essence. There we go. Yeah, not too bad for this first level. And we do have enough to buy a blessing. These will give us some very good things to help us out along the way, especially the banishing whip here. We can get rid of the guardian by whipping them. I haven't really introduced the guardians just yet in this video, but the guardian, as you can see here, is the masked defiler. Their goal is going to be shooting us with these gas bombs, which will explode, and if we are in the gas for brief amount of time, we will actually end up taking some damage. We'll try our best to avoid that as we make our way through the dungeon. I keep saying that. Temple. I guess kind of the same thing here, but you get the idea. And made it through that a-okay, and looks like we get a repeat of the same. Glad we didn't take fall damage from that. That would have been unfortunate. Alright. And there's the guardian in question spawning. And so yeah, you can see the green highlighted area over there. That is the guardian, who will continue spawning throughout the rest of this level. Trying to see where he's. There he is. He will keep shooting out that poison and just being a real annoyance. And there's the exit. We're going to jump down here and try to get the gold that is potentially in here. Yep, right there. And no reason to go over here. So we'll just hop up here. There we go. Just double checking for gold. Not seeing anything, so we'll continue forward. And these blue traps that you keep seeing are where other players have met their end, and that it will be where we can pick up their essence, and those traps that actually kill them no longer do damage to any other players. So that's one good thing. This is a very small hallway for you to be doing that in, so I'm just gonna continue forward. Whoop. And there's those icy feet coming in for the first damage of our run here. But unfortunately, that is something we're going to have to deal with. And I'm worried I'm not going to be able to make that jump. So I'm just going to head in here myself. He may have gotten the long whip, or I may be able to actually make that jump. I'm not quite sure, but not an issue to take the longer route. There we go. And not enough to buy a blessing here. That would be 200. And it looks like 2 of our phantoms that are remaining are going to end up finishing the green area and taking 2 of the relics with them. As 2 of those 8 that were displayed were taken. Their lights were off. So we know they won't be joining us to go to the red area, because you can only do one or the other. And I'm just going to let some of them head in front of me. That way I can pick up their essence along the way. Yep, I'm sliding uphill. You've seen it here, folks. We can defy gravity. Well, if you've been keeping up with all the videos, you've probably seen me defy gravity a few times, actually. So, shouldn't be nothing new. I'm just waiting for that poison to clear. There we go. Making sure we're not going to take any fall damage. Oh. Just heard somebody die, and lo and behold, here they are. Alright, this is one of the dark rooms. This is one of the newer areas added in. And normally there would be some traps there, but since we're in the green zone, I guess it had some mercy on us, and that was nice and easy. We will go ahead and buy another blessing here. And double jump. That will save us from fall damage. We can hit this at the very last second and slow our momentum down. So, down this way, we would be able to clear the green zone and grab one of these relics I mentioned earlier, or we can risk it all and head on to the blue zone. As we're going all the way to red, though, we have no choice but to head this way. You can see some of these other phantoms are agreeing. They are going to head back down there and head down there as well. So now we are on our way to the caverns, or blue area. So our mass defiler is going to get more dangerous as we go along. He's now up to 6 gas bombs. And as you can see, it is a rinse and repeat of the previous. We're going to have 3 areas or 3 levels to make it through in this blue area, and then we'll be able to make it down to the red zone. And it looks like we have 3 phantoms joining us, so that'll be good. Hopefully they'll all 3 join us in the red area as well. It's nice to have some company along an adventure. Oh, well, these all have the wonderfulness here. I usually check them all and just take the easiest one. I don't know if I'm gonna... Well, I have double jump. I should be able to make this. Well, not if you hit your face on it a few times. We'll try it one more. Here. As you can see, it's kind of not locking on to where I'm expecting it to. There we go. Third time's a charm there. We'll just run back here and grab this chest, and then we will continue forward. And there's that double jump coming in handy, saving us from taking a beating at the bottom there. And now let us jump on forward. Like everyone's already in front of us, which is a good thing. It gives us time to collect their essence if they were to meet their demise on this floor. And we're just going to keep swapping sides here, that way we don't get hit in the back by these darts. And there we go. In this room, you just jump to the center. Hope you don't get hit by that. There's that last minute indicator there showing me that somebody was about to shoot me. Maybe 3 right there. Yeah. And you can whip those, shut them off temporarily. If you need to take a moment, you sure can. There we go. And not enough for another blessing, but we can see here that none of these 3 phantoms are going to go grab a blue relic, so hopefully they will all join us in the red zone. Alright, and our Master Filer is up to 7, getting more and more difficult as we go. Now we will begin our second floor of the blue zone. They are not wasting any time. We will follow along with the pack. And we'll have to run through here. Somebody meets their demise. I believe that just happened, actually. I actually got injured in here the last time I had this room, so I'm going to try to take my time, let that poison settle. I have double jump this time. I don't remember having that previously. So hopefully that'll save me the trouble of getting damaged. If you hit that correctly, as you can see, it'll light up and tell you when you can hit it. Sometimes there is a chest behind those statues. So. And now we're just looking for the exit here. There we go. Be sure we have our path lined up before jumping forward. And they've already opened this one. No, they haven't opened this one. So we'll jump down there and grab this chest, as well as the key. Just curious if you could whip those or not. Right, we got the key. We can head on up. And we can go and grab that chest there after we set those off. Actually, we're going to go over here, so get the smoke to dissipate in some other directions. Huh. Weird. Never seen a gap like that. Plenty of opportunities here for some golds. We're gonna take it while we can. And I knew he was gonna whip that open, so that's why I'm just gonna stand here and collect gold. And they have now opened the door. while I was collecting gold. So, took my key away. That's alright. There we go. And 250. Nice. We are getting some interesting combos here. And then there were 8. Heading to the last level of the blue zone with our other 2 phantom. We'll let them go first, and one of them looks like he only has 1 hit before he's going to die. So, we will have to make sure we get that essence if it appears this round. I thought it said he had less health a moment ago, so I guess he got some health back. That's good. We're gonna let this poison dissipate so we can go through. But I didn't take damage from that because I would have gotten a little sad. Unfortunately, that one right there just took some damage, so we collected his essence. Oh, we're gonna take poison damage here. Actually, I took damage from that blade, not the poison. That's surprising. But having to get in a hurry because of the poison, so it's usually what does it for me. I guess I need to remember I also have the banishing. We still have 4 hearts. We're still doing all right. Could be a lot worse anyway. And there we go. We can make our way to the red zone. I guess our last phantom could actually go to finish the blue area, but may not make it through it. But hopefully they'll join us in the red. We make our way to the Inferno. Our Master Father friend getting even more angry that we are doing well. And sometimes it skips the audio there for some reason during the loading, but that's okay. And our friend here definitely is joining us in the red, so that's good. Hopefully they don't decide to go grab the gold on the left and the right here. I always avoid it just because of the traps that are guarding it. It's not really worth it to me. I mean, I could be going at this all wrong. It could be providing a lot of red keys and I not remember, because I've just been trying to avoid them so I make it through. And that was very close. That was not intentional. And I know if I jump up here, there's a key over here that I need. There are a lot of moving pieces in here, that is for sure. Glad there's one here. There we go. And make sure you avoid the lava, because it will do damage to you. I'm very sad because to open that door it costs 100 gold. There we go. This will finish us up. I'm going to see what it looks like over here. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Not if I don't have to. So, we're going to try to avoid the lava as well. And we'll open this door for 100, and we will ignore that entirely. Don't want to have to deal with it if I don't have to. And it looks like I could just go down the center here. I definitely can do that. Oh, wait, I'm not risking it whatsoever. And we're through the first red floor. Let's see if we can keep this going. We're just going to make the Master Father more and more angry. I believe he caps out at 12, so that'll be what we get to deal with at the end. But for now, we'll just deal with the 10. And our compatriot here is kind of running low on health. I was going to let him whip them because I knew he would. There's no point in repeating that. We need this ball. And I took damage here the last time I used the ice whip, so just being conscious of the fact that this lava was here this time. And I should have planned that a little bit better, but fortunately, I took some damage. It's okay, some traps are harder to avoid than others. If I had the longer whip, that would have been a lot easier, but that's okay. We're doing our best, and that's all we can hope for. There we go. Had to focus on that one. Do my bunny hopping through there. One of my least favorite. I'm just gonna back up there, let that poison dissipate. And then we will go to the right here. I really thought that poison was gone. These are not lining up whatsoever. There we go. And looks like our companion has unfortunately met his demise here. And I understand why. He got hit by the same thing I got hit by, I guarantee it. One of those gas, not the pink bombs, but the faces that follow you and explode. I didn't even see it. That's probably the same thing that happened to him. Just lucky for us, we had some more hearts than he did. Alright, so we'll have to be extra vigilant on these last few. Before we got 2 hearts left. But yeah, if you haven't checked out this game so far, I highly recommend it. Hopefully you'll be able to understand the difficulty of a bit more whenever you try it for yourself. I'm at maybe 50 something hours at this point, and so maybe I'm making this look a tad bit easier than it actually is, but there's definitely a lot of difficulty, especially in this red zone. And we're just gonna sit over here while that poison dissipates. Not gonna go grab that gold. Wait for him to disappear. a very dangerous room. Alright, and we have just enough to open this door, and that is exactly what we're gonna do. Yep, we're just gonna ignore that. Alright, now we're heading to the final floor. But this floor is a little bit different than the rest. So for this one, our Mastifiler is maxed out on the amount of damage he can do, and we have to go to 4 little mini rooms and light up the torches at the end of each of the rooms, and then we will unlock the treasure room. So we have 2 on the left here, 1 at the top, 1 on the bottom, and then 2 on the right, same thing. So we'll go ahead and start on the top left here. We'll be mindful to not take fall damage when we can avoid it. And we'll see how far we can get. And the length of these is randomized, so hopefully we'll get some shorter ones, but you know, these will all be a challenge regardless, and we'll have fun doing it, win or lose. And we're gonna jump up here just to see if we can get some keys. And at the top of this, there's no traps in this treasure room, just a key. We'll take as many of those as we can get. And that's where we came from. And this room is nice and easy. It's a lot easier when you have wings and can make that jump. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. I'm trying to gauge what's going on in this room before I jump forward. Trying to think before I act this time. Always a good thing to do. And there we go. We have our first one lit up. Alright, and now we'll head down here and get the second one. Okay, so far so good. See if we can keep pace with this nice, easy room here. And, oh, it's a repeat. Alright, I'll take that. And as you can see, if you've watched some of my other videos, having that long whip would definitely have come in handy. If I would have had either long whip or the wings that I had during that jump earlier where I took that fall damage, or I fell into the lava actually, but technically it's fall damage, then I would have been just fine, but fortunately not the case on this run. Whoop. Did some quick thinking there, luckily I noticed, because I believe everything does 1 heart of damage at this point, so... Well, I guess everything always does 1 heart of damage, except for taking regular fall damage, which would be half a heart. We'll just skirt ourselves on the side. And make sure those aren't following me. And of course I get terrible room like this. Actually not that bad. I was worried it was the one with the triple boulders, but just the double. So we're gonna wait for that poison to dissipate and watch the cascading here. Beautiful. There we go. 2. We're halfway done opening the treasure room. We have the 2 on the right to do now. It appears I may have enough to use this. So, see if we get a heal. That would be amazing. And we do. It's nice to have that cushion there just in the event something happens. And let's hope I don't waste it like the last one. Trying to rush ahead. Because as you've seen, if I had just went down the stairs instead of jumping straight over lava, I might have been just fine. But that's okay. Like I've said in some of these previous videos, mistakes do happen. And I could have went there, but I would rather just have them reset and shoot so I can confirm they're not going to. Same thing here. Could have went, but I would rather double check it. Alright, what room is this? Exactly what I thought it was. Here we go. Okay, well we're gonna back up now. There'll be poison everywhere. But doesn't seem too bad to get up there. I've seen this room look a lot worse, let's put it that way. Let's see if we can get him to spawn behind us. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Perfect. We're gonna wait for one more to spawn. We're gonna sit here because I think it's coming. Yep. Okay. Perfect. And I don't think there's a real point in getting that chest, so just go ahead and light this. Now we have one more to complete. Alright, we'll try to take our time here and not take any unnecessary damage. And I'm going to try to avoid this lava as well, as it does damage. And this room, of course. Okay, well. This room, that ball comes down in a very fast pace, so we are going to have to really be mindful of that. Alright, we'll let it go one more time here. We may have to let it go. Yep, we're going to get hit by that poison, so we're going to have to wait again. There we go. There we go. And there's a fourth one. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm pretty excited, especially after failing this, I believe, at least twice in our videos. I don't remember how many I've used the ice whip in, but with this, we have finally cleansed it. All we have to do is claim the treasures here and get out. And you still actually could die in this room, so I have to keep that in mind. Gotta make sure you don't end up in the lava. I still think I'm missing a chest in here somewhere, but I haven't researched it to verify that, but 3 is enough for me. Let's see. And of course, this is going to be a duplicate relic for us, but we'll get some extra essence at least for claiming it. And of course, we get to cleanse the whip. And with that, the temple is now sealed, and all 14 of the other phantoms have been released. And it's beautiful, especially after so many failed attempts that you've seen in our previous videos. It's nice to finally have made it all the way to the end. You get to see this beautiful screen here of the temple closing up. Because as you see in that comment right at the bottom, only one person in the world can close or complete a temple. So this temple is now closed. No one else can try it out, for it is completed. And because it's a duplicate, we still get our blessed whip, but unfortunately we don't get to add to our treasure collection. But at least we get plenty of essence as an alternative prize. Looks like we get a new skin for the Crikey Whip, and almost enough to the next level. Alright, so let's go check out that new skin, and then we will call it for this episode. Let's see if I can remember where the Crikey Whip is. Here we go. So, here's the original, and there's the new one. Well, it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. I like the improvement there. But that is going to end our episode for today, so thank you all for joining. If you like this sort of content, please give us a like, and yeah, you will be so inclined, maybe go ahead and subscribe as well. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.